Yo, 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 what's going on? Welcome me. Take notes, grab a pen. Welcome back to another episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show. And
The Raider Ragoon Show, ladies and gentlemen.
yes,
Word
sir.
up. Thanks for having us. And
Yes, sir.
oh no, not these
These, because
again.
again, these old ass ignorant men. Oh man, so let's get it right though, bro. The Raider Ragu Network.
Raider Ragoon Network.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
that's a code. I like that,
For
man.
all
Salute.
things Raider. You understand?
All
If
Raider
you're a Raider
news.
fan, you come on over to the Raider Ragoon Network. There's
Yes,
no way that you will not like it. I
facts.
just keeping it 100.
Yeah, and shout out to my Benedict Arnold child, who's also a huge fan of the program. But she's a Raider fan though. So.
Yeah, yes. The
Trinity's a Raider fan, so she loves it. Oh, it's all good.
Trend, cool. My
Yes.
niece, one of the friends
Yes.
of the program, one of the big followers and supporters of the Raider Ragu Network since day one. One of my day ones. She one
Amen.
of my day ones, man. So yeah,
So we
shout
are
out to Trend.
we are back with every NFC team's top breakout candidate for the 2025 season. As we all know, we are a couple months away for the season.
Man, I saw something like did it say 58 days?
50. Oh, man, I get chills just thinking about it. And college is next month. So I'm pumped, man. I'm
And you
pumped.
know what's crazy, cool?
Hmm.
In a short time from now, my brother,
We go.
we're gonna be like, damn, it's week 7 already. You
I
know what
know, right?
I'm saying? Because that's how fast it goes, bro.
But I can't wait though. When
It's a
we
hell of a game. Once that season starts,
it's over with.
it ain't no time for no more development. None of that shit, bro. We in it now. You know what I'm saying? That's why all this time right now is important for them
Hmm.
because you got to be doing stuff on your own nowadays
Yes. Yes.
because they got that the shortened practice time because of the collective bargaining agreement. So
Hmm.
you got to come into camp, man, so ready to go. That's what Adam Butler was saying for the Raiders. He was like,
Okay.
they was asking him about OTAs. He was like, man, I was just really trying to get the scheme down and exactly like what they want us to be doing, so
Right.
that when we come back in the summer,
It's a wrap.
it ain't no learning curve that we can start going full speed right away because it ain't that much
Exactly.
time, bro. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Man, it's the recaps. The is this sad to say or crazy to say that I'm already recruiting from the NCAA 2026 game? Is it
Of
crazy to
course
say
you
that?
are. Of course you are. You just turned it on what yesterday?
I got yeah, y'all. Monday, so Monday, check this out, y'all. So peep
Who you
this.
got? Who you
Story,
looking at?
story time, story time.
All right.
I took off today because I thought it was gonna come out early, pause. Because usually they do 2 days early. I was like, oh, bet. But then Monday, I get on the PlayStation. I was like, oh, it's available now. I was like, 3 days, got to play it through this. I was like, man, I'm looking at Trouter from a DB from Syracuse.
Uh,
Be a
Horner.
corner.
Them is my guys. What number is he?
I think 40,
Oh, he
40
got a
something.
thirsty number.
Yeah, he got one of those look out for
Like
him.
you're not even gonna be
You're
tripping
not
off
gonna
him
be
type number.
tripping. We all know Jeremiah Smith from O State. Archman don't look bad at the game either, man. He pretty cool. Um, I played Eastern Michigan.
Oh,
Quarterback
you did?
is quarterback is sus a little bit. They got some okay receivers though.
I
But
played against South Carolina, man, and the guy pretty much put tips on me, man, with them motherfuckers. I had
South Carolina,
UMSC. Yeah, bro.
ooh,
No. I beat South Carolina. It was LSU?
Oh, the U. Wow.
Yeah, LSU kind of gave me the business, bro.
Wow.
Nussmeyer. He's been the most impressive quarterback that I played against. I only played 10 games.
Mhm.
As far as who I played against, I played with USC every game. The
Yeah.
most impressive QB that I didn't play against so far is that kid, Nussmeyer, man. Who they had talked about coming out, right?
Yeah.
In this draft, but
He
he
he will
stayed.
he will definitely be in the draft.
He's going to be a top prospect, no doubt about it.
Man.
I see it already.
I can't wait to do some NCAA talk too, man. It's gonna be lit. Lit.
I
But
know we could. I mean, yeah, okay, we can only do so much. Yeah, so
yeah, we have, like I told y'all, we have so much in the chamber. It's not even funny.
we got
So,
to get some of that in there, though, man. Some NCAA because that's right around the corner.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got like a month away. We a month away from that, so we definitely got to get somewhere. Pause. But
So,
Cardinals.
all right, we going in alphabetical order. Let's go. Let's jump into it.
Yes, sir. Cardinals. Who you have? Breakout candidate.
I mean, it's low hanging fruit, bro. But he didn't have a bad year last year. But some of the guys that got drafted after him did a little bit better.
Uh-oh.
I'm talking about Junior, man. So
Yeah.
um, I'm not saying that he had a bad year.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he needs to show why he was taken before uh, Brian Robinson, Brian Thomas Jr.,
Yeah.
and Odunze, the kid in the Giants, um,
Neighbors.
Malik Neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
and then in the process of doing that, now you elevating that ball club
Mm-hmm.
and that offense. You know what I'm saying? And Kyler,
Yeah.
you doing all of that just from him becoming a little bit more of like what they thought. And
Exactly.
that's it's an easy take, but that's the guy for me, man. It's kind of it's obvious.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely say Harrison Jr. too because
Yeah.
I feel like him and Kyler was not on the same page in a few plays. I seen him overthrow, missed a few routes here and there, and he was only like 115 off from 1,000. So, like I
Right.
said, it wasn't bad. It's just the fact that maybe a few of those missed opportunities could have either won the game and had your stats better.
And then
So,
when Malik put up the big year and
exactly.
Brian Thomas, you know what I mean? It kind of make it look a little. And then Bowers even came and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? It kind of make it him
And
not
those
reaching 1,000.
and those two did it with boo-boo quarterbacks. So, and like I said, at one point last year, I was even saying that Kyler could have been in the MVP talks earlier last year.
Well, he had started off kind of,
He
yeah,
started off hot.
yeah, yeah.
So then he just crumbled. So
And I want to say, let me go back to when I first started. Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't want to be so uh, like it's just me and you talking,
mhm.
and not and not making sure the people understand who I'm talking about, man. So me and Cooper agreed it's the same
Yeah.
person.
Amen. Amen.
Marvin Harrison Jr. I got that bad, bro. I need you to stay on me, pause about that because I'll
I
just
got you.
like talk about the shit like it's just us. I won't even say. Sometimes I'll say like what we call the dude. The people be like, "Who the fuck is he
Yeah, who they
talking
talk
about?"
about?
So yeah, I notice I do have on my own, but I watch it again myself and be like, "Damn, man, you didn't even say
Who he's
really who you
talking about?
talking." So yeah, all right, I'm gonna make sure I do that today. I'm gonna say all the names.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's gonna be next is Atlanta.
Um, with Atlanta, you think it's obvious. I think we probably gonna pick the same person.
Quarterback, right?
I think it's pretty obvious. You nailed the coffin right there.
Um,
It
it's
ain't.
interesting because I told you I was just watching a quarterback show. right, on Netflix with Kurt.
Yeah.
It hasn't got to the part where he's gonna get benched for Michael Penix because I just started it, but
Yeah.
we know that's what happened. Um, and I guess they're gonna move forward with Penix, from what I understand. Right?
Hmm.
It's not they're not going to do the play around with cut. Yeah, if this team is about to and cool, this is a team that I look at the roster sometimes, bro, and I'll be like, damn, they got some guys,
They do.
and they don't win a lot though with these dudes,
Which
man.
is
And
which is insane. Which is insane.
is Michael Penix Jr. right? Because remember, I just said the quarterback
Yes.
instead of saying who the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
Can Michael Penix Jr. be the guy that brings that thing all together in Atlanta?
That's a solid question.
You know what I mean? Like that one ingredient in the gumbo, that one ingredient in the stew or whatever it is, chef, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
brings everything that before you put this ingredient in, it was just a bunch of you put that one spice or whatever in there, stir it
Wow.
up. Yeah. Can he be that?
So the final three games of Penix last year was impressive. The numbers wasn't spectacular, but to answer your question, if you look the roster up and down from, and I mean offense to Pitts, uh, my man London, the impact, the next McCaffrey, who I feel, B. Robinson,
Mm-hmm.
throw them in there. They on defense, not gonna lie to you, Ragu, you got some heavy hitters now.
You do, man.
You got
And
Bates,
you got a decent roster, bro, when you
uh,
look at it.
Xavier Watts, the two rookies on the edge, Pierce and what's that boy named Grant? You
Yep.
still have Terrell, who they just gave a good contract to, AJ Terrell.
Yep.
But if you add
And
Penix,
they drafted that kid Jalen Walker too.
oh yeah, Walker, my bad. That was the other one, my bad. Walker. So you put that together. I honestly feel Penix will deliver his fair share of big plays this fall. Maybe a hot take, but I feel like he can definitely deliver. So to
You
answer your
got a
question, yes.
solid running game.
Hmm.
That even my main man Algier,
Oh
who
yeah,
at times is a viable fantasy option at times
at
during the year
times, yes he
because
is.
he I think they use him short yardage and goal line, right? So
Right.
because he's a bigger guy. Well, so they got a solid run game.
Hmm.
They got a number one receiver in London, top flight tight end.
Yes.
Um, it's
Even
like the
like Darnell Mooney in them is good. Top three, two receivers. So
quarterback bro,
it's just a
is
quarterback.
where Kirk was trying to come back from the Achilles, and you drafted this kid, you jumped up in front of the Raiders,
Hmm.
and
Still hurts
drafted
to
this
this day,
kid,
people.
and drafted this kid. So man, and I feel like any, he can come in and do what like a CJ Stroud did a couple of years
Right.
ago. That's what I'm kind of projecting for him, even though he did get to play a little bit already, and CJ
Right.
came fresh. So this is not a sophomore year for him, I don't think, though. Or would you say this is
Nah,
more
this
of a
is
continuation of the freshman year? I
I
would
think
say.
I was just gonna say, yeah, this is more of the rookie right here.
Right.
Still a rookie in
So
my book.
yeah,
Three
me too.
games do not count for
Me too.
Penix Jr. So I'm rooting for him. I hope he can turn this franchise around. I feel like maybe he could be the answer to what they need, but not quite depend on him because it is a team sport. But like I said before, I feel like Penix Jr. could definitely deliver his fair share.
Just don't hold tight if you run, son. This is not
Yeah.
Pac-12, like or the
But this may be another hot take too, Ragul. Last year, I watched maybe six Falcons games.
uh-huh.
Some was working for Cousins, some was not. But my honest opinion, the pistol formation is not for Kirk Cousins. The pistol formations may work for Penix Jr. May work for him. So I'm interested to
Yeah,
see what's gonna happen with that.
yeah, and when you watch the show, right away you'll see Kirk. I'm not gonna say struggling with that, but coming off the injury
Yeah.
and him not having run that in Minnesota, where he had just where
Hmm.
was just playing before. There's a couple scenes in there where he's with Bijan saying, "Hey man, I'm just trying to get the rhythm of the whole thing, man. Just go in motion, like let's do the motions and shit." So you feel me? You
Yes,
right, man.
sir.
You're right. You're
Hmm.
right, man. And you didn't
Yeah.
even see that. You didn't even see that.
Mm-mm. I noticed that. I was like, pistol formation is not Mr. Cousins' game. But
He needs to be one more step back, huh? Yeah, that's
exactly.
not his thing. Yeah. So
Uh
yeah, it's
Carolina Panthers. Oh, my fault. Go ahead. My fault.
no, it's Penix Jr. No, we can go.
Uh Panthers. But we're feeling same person.
It's low hanging fruit. It seemed like we just saying we on here doing stock takes, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's Bryce Young, the quarterback.
Yes.
Um, he got benched,
Hmm.
got back in there, uh, looked good at times.
Looked very good. Yeah.
Now it's time to put it all together. Bryce, show why they people would pick you. Where you were picked, man, and how, we're so high on you in the draft when you came out of the draft. Uh, just 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 that come in
That's it.
and put it all together, man. Passing, running, decision making. Hopefully, some wins for. I don't care about your division, so you can win. It doesn't no skin off off me. So
Right.
uh, I just like to see you do good because you're a local kid here from Cali
Right.
and went to SC. I mean not SC, but you went to Bama. You played out here at Bishop Amat. I mean not Bishop Amat, but St. John Bosco.
Oh, okay.
Um, so no, Bryce Young was modern day. Yeah, modern day. My bad. Yeah, modern.
Hmm.
Anyway, local guy, always rooting for him. Hopefully, he does well. So yeah, low hanging fruit. It seems like we're doing stock takes here,
Yeah.
but it is Bryce Young. He needs to be the breakout player for the Panthers.
I'm gonna definitely say Bryce Young as well. You pointed it out earlier. He was a completely different player after returning from the bench last year.
Yeah,
He particularly he finished he finished decent. A few games kept up with the Eagles.
yeah.
The offensive line was gelling together, so that's probably why they didn't fix the line this year. They hoping like they could just pick up where they left off. The only thing that worries me is the Dave Canal system, the coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Can he figure out new plays to develop around Bryce, or is he gonna run with the same scheme? That's the big question. It's on Dave. It's on Dave. So he picked up T Mac, could also be an offensive weapon for him. He still got Big X there. So could they
Tuba
be could they
got paid. Tuba's ready to go.
was ready to go? So hey, this could he could be, I say he could be the face of the franchise. They setting him up real good now, so it's got to be Bryce,
They got about 100 receivers in camp.
which
Somebody,
which is
somebody
crazy.
got to be able to. Out of some of them guys, somebody got to be able to play
Somebody
besides
got to
X
step up.
Man and is
Yeah,
Thielen still there? Thielen, he still play.
Thielen's still there. Hmm.
So somebody got to be able to play besides them two.
Right.
And then he's got to run the ball.
Yep.
You know, Be creative, man. Don't just try to fit into some cookie cutter pro quarterback.
Right.
Be yourself. That's the reason you got here. So I
Yeah.
think people lose themselves. Sometimes players lose themselves, bro, and start listening to
The
these
media.
studio shows and stuff, and trying to be something that they're not. Go play your game, man.
And I honestly think the media, these shows, like First Take was definitely a victim for them. I think maybe they started them, like Good Morning Football.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, I think they started Breakout because they was always like on pause. You know what I mean? They was like dogging this kid. So I think that probably started when he listened to a few things. Right now, you got to learn to block the outside noise. Like
Just
my man.
imagine you got to basically, you know, not watch TV because
Exactly.
everybody's talking about
Hmm.
what you know, how, are you good enough? And
Yeah, true.
everywhere, until it kind of died down. You know how it is in America.
Right.
You be hot until you're not, and then not even think about you after that. But you got to weather that storm.
All the time. Time. Oh, Chicago Bears. Is this another hanging fruit for us, brother?
And
Chicago Bears?
it really is. I've got a different angle for you.
Hmm.
I know what you're talking about, and in an effort to make the people understand who we are talking about, he's talking about the quarterback, Caleb Williams. Um, but I'm gonna go another angle.
Hmm.
The coach, Ben Johnson, needs to.
Wow.
He needs to show the Bears need to have a good year and show why everybody was paused on this guy.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, I'm not convinced. I don't know about you,
No.
but I want to see. I feel like it was Campbell and those guys love and respect and the run through a wall for Campbell that was making the Lions go. Plus, they had a roster. They got a roster over there, bro.
Right.
But I want to see this Ben Johnson do transform a franchise, like how everybody was talking. Like even the Raiders tried to, they want to interview him and all that. So he was the hot
Yeah.
pause, coach this hiring cycle. So I want to see him out as an NFL head coach
Mm.
right away. The way they was talking about him,
I
right
agree.
away. Cool.
I agree. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick with Caleb though, because I'm gonna ask a serious question here, y'all. Would it be wildly unfair to blame Caleb Williams for the way his rookie season turned out? Could it have been better? Sure. But it's not like he stood much of a chance with the
So
circus
he
going
started
on
off
around
there
him.
with Everflows in them, right? Or
Exactly. Because it was a complete circus around him when he got there. They
so
taken every necessary step to address those issues all season, like you were saying. So,
refresh my memory, bro. They blew some timing or timeout issue at the end of a game, end
uh,
up losing, and then they got fired. Right?
yeah.
This
What game was this? Hold on, I'm trying to think what game was that really
shit.
was it? It's not. It was before the Thanksgiving game, so it probably was the week before
It
that.
was right at the they blew. I'd have to look at their schedule and see what game they lost, like real close.
They blew a few games that was close this year. The Detroit Lions game on Thanksgiving was one of them. That game was only 25-22. I remember that
So
score.
absolutely, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a USC guy. Absolutely, you
Yeah.
you said would it be wild to not blame them? No, it wouldn't. It would be
Yeah.
actually quite
I'd say like wildly unfair to blame.
oh yeah, that's what you said.
I
No, it
don't.
would not.
Yeah.
No, it would not be.
But like I
In
say,
fact,
could he done better? Sure. But like I
Did he
said,
make some mistakes? Did he hold the ball too long sometimes? Sure.
yes, but not all on him though. And I think people hold Caleb accountable because of the goofiness he was doing, the talkness. Oh man, telling the rookie punter, you ain't gonna see much playing time because I'm here. Rookies talk. They hype themselves up. I get it. I get it. But he was feeling himself, which is hey,
Oh,
normal for him.
you want him to come in docile? You know what I'm saying? Acting like oh golly gee,
Yeah,
uh, I can
exactly.
get this done. Like, I don't want him. I don't want that guy.
Exactly. He's a number one pick. What you expect? What
So
do they
look,
expect
Cool.
from him? Mm-hmm.
So hold on, homie. They had the year before this. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother. They had Eberflus and Luke Getzey in Chicago. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So
What's going on here?
Ben really only got to be like halfway awake, right? Halfway
Hmm.
competent to top that shit show. I mean, come on, man. Let's
Yes.
be
Let's
honest,
be
man.
honest. Like you always say, let's keep it 1,000 out here.
Let's keep it 1,000 wild, bro. Oh my goodness. They had Eberflus as the head coach and Luke Getzey as
Look
the
at
coach in 23.
yeah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Let's
Anyway, yeah.
self-explanatory, people. That right there is self-explanatory. If you know, you know. But
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy to even say, but true.
oh
So
man.
Coop says, Caleb, and I agree.
Mhm.
And I say, kind of on the same kind of page because him and Caleb's got to do this thing together. Like
They
I
have
say,
to work together. They
coach,
have to work together, not against each other.
this guy that was out there turning down interviews, talking about,
Yeah. Come on. This the
yeah,
pros. This the pros, man. Ain't gonna be
head
none of
seat.
that.
That the big chair is bigger than is different than the little chair over to the left, bro. So we're gonna see.
Exactly.
We're gonna see, Ben Johnson.
Man. Shout out to Ben. Hopefully he can make it work.
Shout out to Dan Campbell too, man. I like
Yeah,
him.
can. Yes, sir. Oh,
That dude is a good ball coach.
so I'll try to keep it professional. Uh, I know I despise this franchise, but Cowboys.
All right, we gonna test your limits as a professional right here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who you got? You go first. Don't say nothing slick.
I'm going to pick the rookie from the. Hold on.
Because I know
Hold
what you
on,
want
hold
to
on.
say. I
This is
know I got a pretty good idea where you want to go with it. So let's go,
this
man.
is
Pro. You're a
this this
pro
this is why I
at this.
love this guy, y'all. He keeps me on my toes.
You're
All
pro
right.
journalist.
But I did. I did. I kept it professional.
All right. All right.
I looked at film. This is one of the guys we talked about in the rookies last year. So this is his sophomore year. I picked the left tackle, Tyler Gooden, who I'm a fan of. Great
Love it.
kid.
Love it.
Uh, he had a rough introduction to the NFL last season. We all saw that, and I think me and Ragu was talking about him. Started, I think maybe 10 or 11 games. Uh,
Kind of got
I
thrown into the fire.
thrown into the fire. 18 or 19 penalties. I'm sorry, I need to know these facts, y'all. He was definitely up there with offensive linemen and penalties, especially the rookie ones. But I have a feeling he needs to be the breakout candidate for Dak. You know, getting acquired George Pickens. They had a great draft, so I feel like as your sophomore, you could be the 10-year guy that you and I have talked about.
Yeah. Plug
Great
and play.
footwork, great footwork. So I feel like he has the potential to be the 10-year guy on the offensive side. So I'm gonna go with Tyler Good.
That's a good pick, man.
Yeah.
From Georgia.
But here's another take too. Before you say something, I'm my fault.
Uh,
If there's one thing the Cowboys do, I do give them credit. If there's one thing they can do, they could develop an offensive lineman.
that's
I,
proven.
I definitely give them credit for that. You know, look
I
at Zach
believe that
Martin.
has been proven over the years.
Yes. So yeah,
Yeah,
they could definitely. Rest in peace to my man, Big Larry. We've seen what Zach Martin has done, with the different eras of the offensive lineman that had developed. So I feel like the Cowboys can develop this kid.
Tyron.
So,
Um, just guys, and over the years, even back
hmm
in the day, they've always had good O line play there.
yeah,
That's something happens there in Dallas for whatever reason.
whatever.
Um, so because we've been at this for a couple of weeks now. We just now been had time to get back together and do the
hmm
NFC part.
Yeah.
So my guy who I was had lined up to do this, who I feel like he is due for breakout.
hmm
The Cowboys would be better if they realize the potential of this guy and get him the football. But then, man, he gets in trouble. He rides with that Nina. He riding around with that Nina and had a few grams on him. But I'm gonna stick with my guy. Uh, but get your stuff together. And I'm talking about Cavante Turpin. I want to, don't want to act like
Man.
me and Coop talking.
Yeah.
So Cavante Turpin, if you mess with me and Coop, you know that this is one of our guys. He led the NFL in touches, basically. He's the only guy
Much.
that had rushing yards, receiving yards, kick, and punt return
hmm
yards. Yeah, yards in 4 different categories. He's a true Swiss Army knife. Just one of them dudes. Like, remember when you was in Pop Warner, the dude just live, he play everything.
That was
To me,
Turpin right
that's
there.
that's it. He
That's
might be a
Turpin.
Turpin. But so I'm gonna stick with my guy, man. Hey, get a driver, Cavante,
Yes,
or
sir.
stay in the house,
Please
bro.
stay in the house, man.
Don't be riding around with that Nina,
Mm.
especially right now. It's time to go to camp and all that, man. And now here you got some charges you're gonna be faced with. Rod's gonna have to holler if they, if you get convicted. Rod's gotta holler at you, bro. So now that's gonna mess up your just, bro. Make better decisions, but I'm gonna still stick with him.
Yeah.
Him and the Cowpokes, Brian Schottenheimer as a new coach
hmm
needs to I was gonna say ride this guy. Paul needs to use this guy, man,
So
and you know, like in Pop Warner. If he was a Pop Warner kid,
yeah.
be like every game he's dead tired because he didn't play the gang of snaps. every game he just go home and go straight to bed while everybody else be partying or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's what you need to do. Take your ass to bed, man. For real.
yeah. You saw he got caught with that thing, huh?
Yeah, I was like,
On the
damn,
back seat.
Turpin? Come
Yeah,
on,
man.
Turpin?
My guy too, man. I was like, dang, bro.
Man.
But dudes is young, man. I remember being young like that, man. You
I-
just ain't got all the wisdom yet, bro. You ain't got it
man.
yet. You out here playing GTA with your life. You know what I mean?
Man. Go in the house, man. That's all I can say.
Go to the house, play the game. I put this on some college foot.
I bet you that's what he gonna do now.
Right.
Stay in the house. All right.
I bet
Detroit.
you Ruggs would have wished he'd just stayed in the house that night. Anyway.
I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna go there, but I was like, I don't wanna. I'm not gonna lie, that situation hurts to this day. Like, 'cause I had such high hopes for him, but we'll talk about that another time. I ain't gonna. That rug still hurts to this day.
I'm
So
gonna tell you,
Hmm.
I talked about this before. And we're gonna progress. This is just a
Oh
little
yeah.
sidebar.
Hmm.
But I went to Heinz. Man. I took the trip Heinz Field. I want to say September 21st, 2021.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
uh, me takes like a half a step towards Waller. DC let that thing fly to
Rugs.
Rugs, bro.
The gosh.
And you can ask my wife, man. I start jumping around like a little kid, like we finna beat these things, like we finna win. That with car to Rugs is iconic because I was in the end zone behind them
Hmm.
when he threw it. So man, Carr, man, shout out to Derek Carr.
Shout out to Derek
He
Carr,
go,
man.
bro, it was high. Rugs ran under that thing, man. Minka, because of that one step up that he took, that's why he was behind and couldn't.
So,
It was
yeah.
great, man. Like I'll never forget that. And then 2 weeks later, it shit happened with, you know,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all. That's that.
Mhm.
But anyway, sidebar. Just something special you get when you messing with the Raider Ragoon Network
Oh
and
yeah.
the Honorable
That's
Martin Cook.
that's what happened. That's what we do. Oh man. Oh, so Detroit. I'm interested to see who your candidate for Detroit gonna be.
All right, so yeah, this is interesting to me because you know I don't know who the old court is, but that this just occurred to me right now, so I didn't research his name prior to this.
Hmm.
But he's definitely got a lot of pressure, right? The golden boy left. They still got all them pieces though.
But just
Uh,
new coordinators on both sides, actually, defense and
yeah.
offense.
Yo, that's right. That's right. Mr. Glenn went and got a head
In
coach
New
in New
York.
York stuff.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
not downplay that. Shout out.
Shout out to
Shout out to Coach
shout
Glenn.
out to Glenn, man. We praised him on another show, so
Detroit, breakout. I mean, these dudes didn't broke out, bro.
they did.
These dudes didn't broke out for the most part, right? So let's find
Hmm.
me a guy. All right, I got one. They drafted a rookie,
Hmm.
the University of Georgia, interior offensive line,
Ooh.
Tate Ratledge. He was on my radar in scouting the draft for the greatness that is the Raiders. We need an interior O line, which we
Hmm.
end up addressing. But I'm looking for Tate Ratledge to come in and take command of the
Offensive.
right guard spot
Wow.
off the bat, and then have a, they're not going to give the rookie of the year because he's offensive lineman, but have a solid year on the O line. Tate Ratledge is my guy. Uh,
Mm.
uh, not that high of a draft pick. 57th overall,
Not
second
bad.
round.
Not bad.
Right snap dab in the middle of what we talk about, right? That top 100. So, uh, yeah, old Tate, man, that's what I'm looking for to break out for the Lions.
Um, People made fun of me because he was my guy. Been having faith with this kid ever since he got drafted. Every year I say he's gonna get better, even though he's been hurt, suspended, etc. And I'm gonna run it back again this year with my man Jamison Williams. Coming off a fantastic season, 1,000 yard season, made big plays, was major part of the offense. So I'm looking to run it back with him again this year. Go look at his numbers, people. It explains it all. He's a huge difference maker.
Who'd you
His
say, brother?
Jamison Williams.
Oh, all right, all right.
Jamison Williams. His rare speed makes him a true difference maker before and after the catch. His numbers
So
gonna
let me ask you
explode
this.
again.
Let me
Yes,
ask you
sir.
this.
Mm-hmm.
You saying breakout, but are you saying you need this?
Say that
And and
one more
are
time.
you saying breakout player, right? That's
Yeah.
the show we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, was it coaching not utilizing him enough,
What, the
or
years before last year?
yeah,
So the years before last year, one rookie year was hurt towards ACL. The year before last was suspended for 10 games. So
and
he
coming
had
back from ACL?
come back from the ACL
All
suspension.
right,
So that's what I'm saying.
so
Last year
so really, he
was
just getting started.
he just getting started, right? That's what I'm saying. Look what he did his first full season.
Yeah, all
So
right,
I'm looking for him to be a breakout guy again and help the offense like he did last year and be a major part, major help to Amon St. Brown and Jared Goff and them. So that's what I'm saying. Look what you can do when you're healthy, when you don't have the off field problems. So I'm looking for
yeah,
you to one more time, run it back a couple more times. So whatever, be consistent, my man. That's all.
man, they got some
That's all.
firepower over there, bro.
Don't they?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
They do. But I'm looking for Jameson Williams. Yeah, it's not like
that's
he was a like I said, right. It's not like he was a scrub. It's just the fact, like I said, the rookie year, ACL tear. Then when you was fully healthy, you got kicked
that's
gambling,
why.
gambling stuff, you know.
All right, all
So
right.
yeah,
That's why I picked the O lineman with them. They got some dudes.
dude.
Offense, bro. They got and defense. But that offense is kind of crazy, bro. I know golf love to come to work.
Yeah, he got some field power now.
You know what I mean? Like, man, what I got top flight everywhere. Everywhere he got is one of the better players at that position in the league. Would you agree?
I would agree. I would agree. I'm agree with you 100% because golf really does have what it takes to be a top tier quarterback.
I like Jared too, man.
He
After
he's a good kid who loves the game of football. I'm not gonna get into the other stuff because it's personal and people know how I feel about other folks downplaying what he did, but I'm not gonna get into that. So
yeah, yeah.
I love golf as a person, what he does off the field and his work ethic on the field and the energy that he provides for the game of football. So shout out to Jared Goff, man.
You got a number one pick, played in a couple conference championship games and a Super
Hmm.
Bowl. Hasn't quite won it yet, but it's a and I'm not saying he's not going to win, and I'm not making no excuses, but it's a lot of all pros and really good
Hmm.
quarterbacks didn't actually get to win the Super Bowl. Um, but outstanding player, man. I would say got better
Hmm.
as his career has progressed. Um, and you know what changed for him in Detroit was that they like Geno Smith said when he just came to the Raiders right now. He like this is going to be the first time where the team actually expressed that they wanted me. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? Like I'm their guy.
Yes.
Uh, McVay kind of got handed golf, if you remember. Oh boy,
Hmm.
drafted golf, and there I am with that shit. Jeff Fisher and
Drafted
then
Goff. Yeah, I was about to
drafted
say.
Jared Goff. Uh,
I was about to say we all we kind of know that situation and know his name with that one, but I get what you were saying. It's like, all right, the
yeah,
fans gonna be like, who? Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I like golf, and
yeah,
he seems like a good guy. I hope they do just for his sake. I hope they do good.
yes. Amen. Amen to that. The Packers is a tricky team. Really.
Yeah,
Um,
you could go a couple ways with this.
there was a receiver, Dante Vion Wicks. He was a rookie last year.
Uh-huh.
Um, he has to do better with his hands. He has the speed, but last season your drop rate was 18%, bro. That's worse among all qualified receivers, according to like the PFF. And it won't do him any favors in this league. And now with Romeo Dobbs, the two rookies, Matthew Golden. What's the other guy? What's the other kid name they drafted over there? This could put Wicks at the bottom of the food chain. So I feel like you have to step up for Jordan Love. And Green Bay is a good, well coached all around team. We seen what they can do without Love with what's my man's name from Liberty? Malik
Malik,
Willis.
Malik
Malik
Willis,
was in
yeah.
there, stepped in a few games. Uh, Josh Jacobs, well, great running back. Offensive line is just pure perfect in Green Bay. I'm not gonna lie to you. So they have what it takes to make it far, but not with receivers dropping open field passes like Wicks was doing last year. Missed out on like 3 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm counting right, brother. So,
I'm a big Matt LaFleur guy.
oh, Matt, shout out to Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's outstanding coach.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. Might be low hanging fruit. Might be a stock take. But for me, man, it's Jay Love,
J
bro.
Love, yeah.
Uh, had a bit of a sophomore relapse. I know he had some injuries.
Yeah, I think the injury bug is what caught him right cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I feel you. Yeah, 3389, 25 tugs, 11 picks, QBR of 69.
Hmm. That's,
It's respectable, but
yeah.
after what you had showed us in 23, I was expecting another level. I was expecting you to jump up there with Joe Burrow. Honestly,
Mm,
maybe I was a little off with my assessment, and maybe Matt and his staff, or I'm just keeping one time out like we do. Maybe Matt and his staff was joysticking him that first year and kind of joysticked him into that good year
yeah.
because they are good coaches like that.
Mm-hmm.
And but you're right, Coop. He got hurt, so I'm gonna give him grace and not say that okay, like not just get on his helmet and be like, you lost 3 straight games to
Mm-hmm.
finish the year, which
Oh,
is a fact, though,
that hurt.
right?
That
Like
hurt.
I'm not. It ain't hating if it's true,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Uh, so yeah, man, he lost 3 straight games to end the year, including the playoff game after you kind of backed in. Pause. Uh, because let's face it, if Chicago wouldn't have imploded, they probably could have took that spot right there, but they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get out of their own way. And then Dallas imploded last year. So really, you know what I'm saying, bro? They
Yeah.
went to the off, but uh, they didn't look good. Whenever you lose the last 2 ball games before the playoffs start, it's never
So
cool. That's never
never.
cool.
It's never.
So, and I'm putting the whole thing on him. Might be harsh, right?
Right.
But this is a big boys league. This is grown man tackle football, as my homeboy Reg say. Shout out to Reg.
Shout out to Ridge.
And the quarterback is the guy. And we need to see you more of like the 23
Jordan Love.
guy, right? And let's face it, 17 games, unless you run it like Lamar or Jaden, you need about around 4,000 yards, bro, if you're going to call yourself a top passer. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
17 games now. So, yeah, the 3389, and I know you had some injuries. That's a little bit far away. And I'm not going to belabor the point. I ain't going to stay just like I'm like the dude is trash.
Right.
But I just feel like we need to see you get back more to like 23 and break out. That's going to help the Green Bay Packers not back into the playoffs balls like they did last year, but
Yeah.
actually look like a contender like they did in 23.
Yes. Can agree with you more, bro. Can agree with you more. Ooh. The LA Rams is going to be interested too.
Yeah, it is.
Breakout Candidate 2025. So I'm not gonna pick the obvious here. I'm gonna show guys why I'm professional here. Because I know what the others can do. And I'm not gonna pick our rookie guy from last year either, because I know what he can do. But I am gonna pick the sophomore guy. And it's another guy we talked about who made the All Pro. I'm gonna go with my man, the safety, the third round steal from last year's draft, Mr. Carmen Kitchens, y'all. Like I said before, I felt like he was a good steal in the third round last year. The Miami guy. I feel like he was a major impact on that defense last year. That's why he made an All Pro. I look for him to continue to grow and progress as a player, help the secondary out. He had 50 some tackles, I think 56, if I'm not mistaken. I should have looked his stats up. So I feel like he could be the impact defensive player that he is. Had 4 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like his role will definitely continue to grow heading to year two. Giving him a chance to emerge as a leader on the back end pause, I feel like is a great breakout candidate for the LA Rams in 2025. Could actually be a hot take. I'm gonna say this. Could make another All Pro. So I'm gonna go with the safety, my man Carmen.
Wow.
Cameron. I'm sorry, Cameron. I don't know why I said that. Cameron, my fault, y'all.
The Rams are an interesting squad to me.
Very, very, very.
When you start talking about breaking out,
Hmm.
uh, they didn't. They it seemed like every year somebody does
Yes.
for them. Everybody is a lot of guys have broke out like that, and are, I guess you could say, are proven.
Hmm.
So that one makes it tough for me, man. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna take this angle on the Los Angeles Rams. Can Jared do it again? Can he go?
Hmm. Yeah.
Can he increase the amount of sacks? Can he go double digit sacks? Can he beat that guy? You know, where they no sophomore slump, right?
Right.
Like that shit was not capped last year, nigga. That shit was legit. And not only was it legit, I got even better.
Hmm.
So, because I was gonna speak on a veteran guy who I feel is due too, because he's been running around the league, kind of acting like a
Evil.
all right, but I ain't gonna go there with it, and I don't want to sound like the jealous. I got content
But
on my
how,
page.
how you sound jealous when it was facts? It was all in the media. It was all on paper. I
I
don't
got
feel like,
content on my
yeah,
page with his jersey on. So
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
but we ain't gonna talk about him, and I'm not even gonna mention him. I'm doing that on purpose. All right.
Exactly.
So yeah, for me, we gonna go. We gonna see if sophomore Jerry Verse can be that guy off the blade once again for the Rams,
Hmm.
who I expect to have a good year. And when you the Rams is one of the type of teams I feel like when you expect them to do something, they don't do shit. Then when you ain't expecting them to do something, then that's when they jump up. But I got I got the Rams being one of the
Top.
better teams in the league this year.
Let me say top three.
It's crazy to say, but
Let
you're
me say
probably
top
right.
three. Top three. Ain't no more dark horses fighting for this and that. I feel like now they have the pieces for
Nah,
the perfect gumbo. They just got to get it done. They just got to cook it right and get it done.
yeah.
And I didn't want to say Verse because I kind of know what he's capable of. And McVay
Yeah,
speaks
and
so
I knew that's what you were saying. He was
because
like, I know what he can do. Yeah,
yeah,
and I'm just saying, can he go? Can he double up on
yeah.
that?
What you having the coach's blessing like that, that should motivate you to want to keep going. You know what I mean? With McVay speaking highly of you like that, that should make you want to thrive for the greatness that you do have. I think you
Bro,
can. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
it's a big deal for sure.
For sure. Or as we'll say, no big deal. But hey, it's all good.
I hear you. I hear you.
It's all good.
I see what you did right there.
You know it. You know it. Got to. Got to. So I'm gonna say this, right? Fool? I'm gonna be professional again. My professionalism is always tested. The Minnesota Vikings, the hanging fruit.
It is. It ain't no need to beat around the bush. There's no need to run from it.
Yeah.
Uh, they let Darnold go ahead, bro.
Everybody knows how I feel about this kid. It's on film that I've talked down on him. I said this about him, probably said everything about him in the book. I probably did everything but said something about his mama. But as I'm looking, as I'm studying for the NFL season, I am looking at some Michigan games. And I ain't gonna lie, Ragu, I said one word. Okay. So it took me a while to buy in, and this is who we talking about, JJ McCarthy. I
Oh
see
yeah,
why he
that's
got
right.
drafted, where he got drafted. So after finding, like I said, I was looking through some tape, people. I was looking through tape. I was watching some highlights. I was watching full games. And like I said, okay, we'll see. And we all know Kevin O'Connell, quarterback friendly system. We seen what he's done. He
Another
made
one of another good
a,
young coach.
another good young coach, a sleeper. Everybody sleeps on him. And with the talent around him, JJ McCarthy, it should be allowed him to be a starter and be the breakout candidate. I've actually talked to a few colleagues at the job and said he could possibly be a comeback player of the year or at least a candidate. I feel like you can never go wrong with the other JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Uh-huh.
You got Madison over there. He brought back Aaron Jones. TJ
Uh-huh.
McConnell's still over there. Offensive line is great. So I feel like this kid could be a breakout candidate. The real question, JJ, can you prove me wrong? Can you prove?
Me too. I didn't have him. I wasn't high on him either.
Yeah.
And from watching some Chip Kelly stuff, right?
Mm,
I was looking at some his offense and how he kind of goes about trying to run the football, and came across a couple Michigan games. I mean,
yeah.
not a couple games, but the Michigan game.
Hmm.
And and didn't just watch the offense for Ohio State. I was watching the
Yeah.
game, and leader is what the one word that I came away with. Like, it's nothing that he does like specifically special, but his guys seem to like playing well for him. And I'm talking about JJ McCarthy too.
Right.
Uh, and he doesn't put the ball in harm's way a lot. Um, he's down. He'll take a hit rather than throw a bad ball. I don't know, man. I didn't have him high. I wasn't high on him either, coach. So
Yeah.
uh, it needs to be him though. They let Darnold get away for the bag in Seattle. Darnold did well for them. Took them to the playoffs last year. Yeah, they lost right away, but they almost had the home field advantage in the
And then,
playoffs. That's how good a season they had. And they
yes.
also did go to the playoffs, even though they kind of. But the Rams is tough, bro. You feel me? That people like, oh, they went to the playoffs and stunk it up. Yeah, the Rams got the ball back with 2 minutes to go against the Eagles with a chance to win,
I was gonna
and
say
you saw
if
what the Eagles did to the Chiefs in the
let's
Super Bowl. So The
So
Rams was a good team, bro. That's why they whooped on Minnesota like that.
I'm gonna be
So,
honest with you, Red Bull.
uh-huh.
I not to go off subject because, like you said, this is what we do with the Ready Ragu and Honorable Marv. If it wasn't snowing, and I said this, Rams
Yeah,
would have got the Eagles, man.
yeah.
And I know every Chico fan out there is gonna say this and that. I don't care.
They know, man. They
They
know.
know, they know,
Yeah.
but I don't. Mm-mm.
So yeah, and so you get rid of the quarterback that did all that for you, and that kind of puts pressure. That puts
They
pressure on
do.
JJ. So
They do.
yeah, McCarthy, JJ McCarthy, man, you have to be the breakout player. I would say
Right.
have to.
Mm-mm. So once again, another team that's going to test my professionalism, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. The New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Ragu and I think we discussed this guy last year. Uh, Talise Fuaga, the right tackle, has to be a breakout player. He was very, what we
Oregon
call
State.
it, serviceable. He was a very serviceable as a rookie. You know, after playing on the right side, they moved him to the left. Um, he could take a big step forward in year two. And with them drafting Kelvin Banks, a great prospect, great offensive tackle, you have to be a breakout candidate with playing with talent like that. So the offensive line is young.
Yeah,
Could these be what we always say? The 10-year guys for the Saints? This is the future now. With Fuaga and Banks, they both have size, pause, power, which should make both of them particular. And they should be great, strong run blockers at this level. So
yeah.
I'm gonna
You
go
hope
only hope. So I'm gonna pick Fuaga for the Saints.
he was extremely highly rated coming out of Oregon State. Right, some had him
Hmm.
as the very best lineman in the draft.
Yeah.
Right, he was supposed to be a mauler, is what they was booking him as. Um, and I'm just being professional as well because this team, pretty much
It's
whatever. I'm remain professional.
mhm.
Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna just ride your coattail on that. I'm gonna parrot that thing. Uh, we'll go with Taliese Fuaga. That's his name. Hope that's his name. Let's see if he can turn into that 10-year guy,
Mhm.
that nasty uh old tackle
Yeah.
that he's projected to be. Yeah. So yeah, not
Yeah.
even gonna spend a lot of time on New Orleans.
Uh, I got the breaking news this week. I think it was Tuesday or Monday. Uh, New York Giants. Oh no, excuse me, not this one. No. Uh, is it difficult to say neighbors for the Giants? That's what I'm going with. I think he's a
And
complete package. I
I
think he.
know that you want to be professional,
Mhm.
right? And I have no love for this franchise, but you did skip the New England. Oh no, we in a NFC. Okay, all right. That's why you. My
Wait,
bad.
you was
My
about to say the
bad.
Patriots? You was about to say the
Yeah,
Patriots? No, yeah,
I'm
we
like
because
this
we
went
did that
right
on the
past
other
these
show.
guys. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, you're right. So New York Giants. Who did they draft? Didn't they draft the running back?
The running back. Who running back? I know. I didn't see him draft a run, did they?
No, no, they did not.
Because I thought they were still running it with T.M. Morgan. I mean Tracy. I thought that was
And which brings okay, they did Scatterboo.
Scatterboo. Uh,
So which brings me to my breakout player from there. And that's gonna be Tyrone Tracy, man, who
Tyrone Tracy.
who showed some fantasy value
Yes, he did.
mid-season last year, right? He kind of fell off, but in the middle of the season, Son was balling. So let's see if he can put together. Now that he got a little help, right? He got somebody
Mm-hmm.
to help carry the load. Let's see if he can put together a nice, 1,400-yard campaign. Say Tyrone Tracy, New York Giants, running back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm gonna still rock with my man Neighbors. I could feel like his numbers could develop.
Even
You
more?
have, I feel like it could
What he
be
had 109 catches.
109 catches, and now you have somewhat of a decent quarterback thrown to you now with Russ. So be surprised if you see one team. you Don't be surprised. Here's the thing with Neighbors: blocking, catching, speed, a straight utilized receiver. I feel like breakout, great.
It's crazy how him and Bowers
Yes.
came came into the league as rookies, and if we keep it in one thou, had top five campaigns for that position.
Looking like they've been pros for years.
Yeah, yeah. Just walked
Crazy.
out there. You know what I'm saying? Just walked out there, bro. Just think you're a freshman and coming. You was a stud in high school, right?
Hmm.
You walk out onto the college football field and just catch the most balls that season as
Exactly.
that shit
Then
they did was cold, and it reminded me of something Bowers had said.
what
He
is
was like the leap from high school to college was big than when I got from Georgia to here
right?
because he was like, let's face it, man, good on good at Georgia was pretty damn good. So
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
yeah,
And
and
that's why
then
I told you
playing in
before.
the SEC and going to the playoffs and all that shit in
Yeah.
college, they was playing against NFL dudes. So he was like, this leap wasn't as much,
But remember,
but still, it's a hell of a leap.
remember last year I always told you Georgia has trouble finding their offense now that Brock is gone.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you right there how good he is.
That boy
And
went from a
for them to, I'm sorry, Ragu, for them to go out there and have professional numbers like, oh, just another day at the office with 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. I do this. Shout out to both of them, man, for walking, like you said, walking on the field, handling their business like grown men, and they're professional.
hey, and
So,
to speak more on what you said,
mhm.
that boy, and when I say the boy, Carson Beck, that kid went from a Heisman candidate to a nobody when Brock left. Keep that.
Just stating the facts, people. Just stating
Yeah,
the facts.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm only being real.
Mm.
I'm only keeping it at one thou while.
So, Ragu, I didn't pick a player for this team because they're the Super Bowl champs, running back. Uh, I feel like they play good team ball. If they keep playing team ball, they could win another one. Not gonna lie. So I'm sorry, people. I did not pick anybody for the Philadelphia Eagles because all of them had great breakout years. From AJ to Devontae, we all know what Saquon did. We know what Jalen Hurts can do, and we know what that defense can do too. So I didn't want to just pick out one player who needed to be a breakout candidate because they played beautiful team football. I don't know if you had anybody, but I'm passing on the Eagles, man. I just really couldn't find
Uh,
nobody on
uh,
the roster to be like, oh, he needs to do this or he needs to like, because And then you look at the numbers that they do the year before. It's like they have great numbers.
I ain't gonna.
So yeah,
I feel you. When when I saw him come up on the screen, I'm like, oh
yeah.
shit.
I don't have anybody for them. Like
So
nah.
just for S's and giggles,
Hmm.
I want to see, can this young man really turn his side of the field into Quinyon Island?
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say, even though he's already good, can Quinyon take it to the next level and become a Revis like starting frontline cornerback? They let big play Slay go, right? Because they
There's
believe in this kid.
there's a reason they let him go.
Breakout candidate Quinyon Mitchell. Can he turn into the true? I think they calling him Quinyon Island over there right now, but can he really live up to?
In my honest opinion, I think so because of the structure that he has and the self discipline that he has. And there's a major word that I'm about to say: accountability. He's one of the few people who holds himself accountable for his mistakes and what he should have done. You know, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I think he can. So 49ers. Um, you know who I'm going with?
Actually, it's the Seahawks. Seahawks.
Seahawks. No,
Oh,
Philly.
it's
Yeah, Philly.
it's
I thought
San Fran.
49ers was. I
San
thought
Fran. Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say I
Okay.
thought 49ers was after them.
Okay. San Fran.
Oh, I know why you did that. I
Bro,
know why you did.
I'm professional, bro. What? What? I'm a pro, bro.
Oh, that's funny, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple. My man Ricky, we all know what happened to him. He was involved in a shooting last summer. He debuted week 7 or week 8. Had a promising year.
He did.
I think he had a 141-yard game against the Lions. So he's showing some promising, man. And with Brandon Ayuk still on knee injury, Debo's gone. Ricky Parcell, he has to step up and be the candidate now. Can he be the number 2? Can he be the number 1? He has to step up and be that breakout candidate for your man Brock Purdy. And I have faith in Ricky, man. So that's who I'm picking to be a breakout candidate. A fantasy target, a hot take here, 1,000-yard receiver.
Mm,
So
all right.
like I said, I like the kid. I think he has what it takes to really be an NFL receiver. You know,
There's a bit of a yeah. I do too. I agree. He had 400 yards in I think 5 games.
which is great.
Uh, 3, 4 touchdowns. So
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
his numbers project to maybe perhaps 1,000. Right.
That's the
He came in
that's
and got a quick 400.
and if he didn't miss those first seven, eight
Niners.
weeks, yeah, he
Yeah.
would have got.
Niners for me have a bit of low hanging fruit here. Uh, and I'm gonna just call it what it is, man.
Big payday, Brock.
Nope, nope. It's featured on Madden,
Oh,
face of the league. Uh, you know, he
heard.
plays a position where they lowball everybody else except him.
Oh man,
Can't seem to stay out there though. He's awesome. Don't get me wrong. Okay, when he's
he
good,
is.
when he's gone, he's gone. Uh, his agent come in there. We want 15 mil.
They
Here you go.
just like that, no questions asked. Just gravy to him, Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Christian McCaffrey. He needs to stay on the field.
Yes, he do.
And is he still that dude?
The
Good
million
luck,
dollar
man.
question, people.
Yeah.
Is he still him?
Hey, don't get mad at me, Niner fans. Don't say I'm hating. I'm asking a legitimate question. Is he still that dude?
But
And I ain't gonna go put up a bunch of extras on it. Cool. Hey, that's it. That's it.
he
Is
looks
he?
still that dude. And we're being serious when we ask this. Is McCaffrey still him?
Yeah, 100%
That's it.
serious.
That's it.
100%.
That's all. That's all. Now, this is another tricky team, right? Seahawks is a tricky team.
It's
I
low hanging
thought
fruit here for me, Coop. Low hanging fruit, brother. I got to tell you. But
I
I'm gonna
had
stray away from the low hanging fruit and give another take because I don't want to give too many stock takes. But go ahead, sir.
there's three low hanging fruits on offense I could have went. Two receivers, one quarterback. Oh, four. And a running back. So I have four. But I'm gonna call a spade here. I've talked about him on our rookie show. He's heading into year two. 16 overall pick from the 2024 season. My man Byron Murphy II. Some people said his rookie season was a disappointment.
Did he get
Uh,
hurt? He got hurt, right?
no, he didn't. See, that's the here. You want to know what's so
So he
funny?
just we.
When
I
you,
remember we did the recap
but
of the
here's the thing:
rookies,
when you
right?
look at his numbers, you be like, "Damn, did he get hurt?" But go look at the GS and GP. All 17 games he
Wow,
played. But
he
like I
didn't make that
said,
many plays, bro. You're
granted,
right.
it was a probable, reasonable to expect more from him than point 0.5 sacks from the 16 overall pick. But here's the thing. He did get injured, but he still chose to play in these games. That's what I'm saying. Go look at the GS and GP. He played all 17 games, but he was playing through injuries. That's what they're saying.
Hey, if you out there,
Yeah, he was getting opponents, despite like his status and stuff like that. But Murphy's impact should begin to show up in the stat column in year two, which I believe. So it's only a matter of time for a talent like this. So I'm gonna go with my man Brian Murphy II.
I like it, man. Uh, you know, low hanging fruit. I'll just mention Sammy. I'm not gonna go there though. Um,
Yep.
but we know, right, what
Hmm.
Sammy needs to do. Our quarterback, everybody knows Raider Ragu Network. I am
Hmm.
Raider Ragu, my main man, cool. But
Yes, sir.
anyway, I talk about all this with these guys in mind. And my main man, Geno Smith, was here in Seattle a year ago. And UPFF fans can look this up, but I'm gonna generalize it, but I know what I'm talking about. Geno was sacked one of the most times in the league last year, and he was pressured one of the most times, if not the most times in the league last year.
Yep.
So they had offensive line problems.
Yes, they do.
In my draft analysis, which Jay Will and Coop know is going to be like my second favorite part of the year besides the actual
Yes,
game themselves.
sir.
Uh, we dive headfirst all into that. And one of my first video prospects that I did was a kid named Gray Sable, North Dakota State tackle, but projected to play interior O line in National Football League. They need him. Cool. They need him to day one be one of the better players on the football team. Day one, they need Grace Abel. I don't know. I don't watch. I haven't been keeping up with their OTAs or nothing, so I don't know if he's playing inside, outside. If he's, he played tackle in college. His projection was interior O line in the league.
Hmm.
I'm not sure where he's been lining up at in OTAs, but
Yeah.
they need somebody to block, right, for Sam Darnold and for Charbonnet and Walker, uh, so they can get the ball to JSN,
Cooper Cup.
yeah, Cooper, right? So yeah, bro, for me, it's gonna be the lineman, the young fella, and I hate to do it to the young guy, Paul, but you know, Coop even said this, man. I feel like I got you picked that high, bro. I started to buzz on you real early, right? They had him projected second round. All of a sudden, he goes, what, 19?
Thanks to you, he went higher, like you said.
That's what I'm saying. So let me see it, Mr. Zabel.
And I'm not seeing where they have him at, like Ragu. So I was trying to look that up for you.
Oh, to see where he been playing at?
Yeah. So it's not. Wonder what's up with that. I guess they gon' I guess they gonna say y'all gonna wait to find out
Yeah, they see,
what's gonna
they like,
happen.
you'll see when we put the pads on where he
Yeah.
play at. So, all right, it's cool.
Yeah. Hey, shout out
Wherever
to
he's at, they need him.
shout out
Wherever
to
he's
him.
at.
Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just waiting still.
Hold on, y'all. My phone.
Thank you. See you next Friday. This Friday. Okay, it's okay. For Monday. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that, bro.
No, you good. You good.
Probably have to edit
Um.
it out. I know you can hear him talking and everything.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
good. You good. It's all good. So yeah, I agree with you, but I can't. Zabel should help the offensive line unit as well. So I agree with that. What we got next? Tampa Bay is next. Breakout candidate for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
it's a good one.
This is a great one. Um, can Baker Mayfield keep his top five QB numbers going? That is the real question, right?
We keeping it 1,000, right?
Yes, sir.
So we talked about Kyler,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kyler at a point last year was MVP,
Mm-hmm.
had MVP dust on him, right?
Yep.
So keep it 1,000. So did Baker.
Yeah.
Well into the year, far into the year, they still was like, "Hey, Baker."
Baker doing, yeah, Baker is up there, man.
So
That's the $1 million question.
you saying breakout, or you just saying Well, the breakout is, can he do it again?
Can he do it again? He's
Oh,
proven it past what couple years, right?
for real, yeah. They made him go get it out the mud too.
Exactly.
They
Can he?
broke him all the way down.
You got your guys back. You got Godwin back. You drafted the Old State kid.
Mm-hmm.
Can you keep Mr. Evans streak going with 1,000 yards? And can you develop the young Bucky Irvin?
So I feel like Bucky broke out
Bucky did break
already.
out. Yeah,
Uh, I'm gonna go a different route. I feel you with Baker though.
yeah.
That was excellent angle. I'm gonna go this way with it though. Mr. Godwin
Mm-hmm.
coming off the
The injury,
ACL.
ACL. Mm.
They paid him, bro. I was shocked. I was shocked.
And then you still drafted this kid.
And then drafted it. You feel me? So this is the league, though, Coop. That's the league. Like they
Oh.
give you some comfort, and then they give you some competition. Uh,
Wow.
so yeah, can he bounce back, bro?
That's the
Right?
real question, bro.
Can he hold on to snaps with the
Mm.
young kid in emerging? And then they got that other fast dude that they be putting in there that be running the deep routes.
I forgot his name, but the one that kind of was replaced Godwin when he was hurt. I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they got the big man over uh on the left side out wide. So, yeah, man, for me, Baker, Baker's I feel like is gonna come back and do his thing. I feel
This thing.
I'm not I'm to the point where I'm not questioning Baker Mayfield no more. Cool.
That's a good way to put it.
He's good. He's a good player. He's a good quarterback, bro.
That's
And
true.
and, and people gonna trip off this of me saying that probably. But as a real football guy, I'm sitting here and telling you I'm not like on some, Kenny Baker is suspect. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
feel where you coming from. You like, man, can you go, flirt with 5Gs and MVP talk again? Let me see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not even saying you're gonna do all that. I already know you sweet though. You feel me?
Facts.
You up there with, right off that next tier
Yeah.
of them guys. And we know who them are. Them two basically are. So three, maybe. Three. Right? You got them all over here in the AFC. And then, man, I mean it, Coop. I mean it when I say I'm done questioning him. So that's why I'm gonna ship it over to his one of his guys coming off injury who
Hmm.
had performed in this league. Can you get back? Can you hold on to your snaps with the young hotshot rookie coming in from Ohio State? Uh, wide receiver, you basically shit. They always got one.
Oh. So here we go. The
This
Washington
this is
Commanders.
a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one.
You want to go first?
No, I don't.
I'm feel like what you said with Baker. I'm not questioning Jaden at all. This kid came in
No,
here and put a whole franchise on his back, so I know what he can do.
no sophomore.
I don't
Not
believe
even
there will be
tripping
no
off that.
sophomore. I think he realized his mistakes in the playoff game, and I think they can go far. Here's who I feel should be a help to him. Debo. Debo needs to be a breakout candidate. Can he be the offensive weapon that everyone claims he can be? I'm questioning Debo is because the fact that one 1,400-yard season does not make you him. We know what you can do on the field. You're a great athlete. You're a great weapon, running back, receiver, blocker, all that. I get it. Can you come in here and be that for Jaden? Can you stay healthy? Can you be consistent in these games? There's a lot of can you in the questions with him. I'm interested to see what you can do. That's all I'm gonna say about Debo.
Uh, what I'm gonna say is kind of it's gonna sound mean spirited or whatever. It's gonna sound like I'm asking a lot. And when you're supposed to be sweet, you get a lot asked of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And by the way, I feel like Jaden Daniels is just gonna build on what he did last year, and I'm not really questioning
No,
him either.
no.
I just want to. What I'm gonna be interested in is to see what they do with the what can the league do with that Kingsbury and him. It's just it's damn near when you look at them play, bro. It's damn near impossible to stop that dude.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like for a whole game, you know you'll get some 3 and outs. You'll get them out of there a few times, man. But bro, they offense is all like predicated on the look that they get. So they tag and everything, right? You come out in something and they gonna change the play to this. You switch to this, they know to change the play back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it just be a matter of them being on the same page.
Exactly.
So I'm not questioning Jaden either.
Mm-mm.
What I'm gonna say is Marshawn Lattimore, are you still that dude?
Ooh.
Can you
Hmm.
mentor the young fella, Trey Amos, that they just brought over? I mean, that they just
Gotcha.
drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and furthermore, though, are you gonna be over there locking shit down?
Wow. Hmm. That's just the real question. That's just the
That's
real.
where I'm at. Because if you do, man, watch out for these. Watch out for them, man.
Watch out for the lockdowns.
They got one of the very best players of all time. He re-signed. He's gonna play at least one more year
Mm-hmm.
um, in the middle. And now let's not let me act like it's just me and Coop talking.
Right.
Um, but when I say one of the very best players ever, I'm talking about Bobby Wagner. Uh, we've already profiled him on a couple shows. We've showed you his numbers next to Ray Lewis and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then the dude Frankie Louvo is a tackling machine. So if Marshawn is out there locking shit up, bro, and then they got the young boy over here developing, I think this team is gonna be right back where they was at, man. But
Mm-hmm.
my challenge is out to Marshawn Lattimore. You came over there to be the guy. Are you
Still the guy.
the guy still?
Mm.
Because Mike said you ran from it. You got out. Mike said you got out his division because
And
you know
then
you didn't want that smoke no more. Shout
now
out to
you
Marshawn. I'm just messing with you, bro.
no, now you got
You're a
AJ
fantastic
saying
player.
it. Now you got AJ saying it that he gonna run again. You got AJ Brown saying it now. Here's
Yeah.
the thing,
And now
Trey.
you got
And now you got Dallas.
Jenkins and CD over there, right? So yeah, let's see. Oh, you got Malik,
It got Malik too. So
right? So you let's see, man.
you in the way worse position now.
Let's
You only
see.
really had to deal with Mr. Evans over there. Now you,
Right.
now you got to see these guys twice. Oh man,
Ooh, wait. Yeah. Yeah.
6 rough games of your life, brother. Mm. Yeah, that's the real question.
Are you traveling with CD? Are you traveling with AJ? Are you traveling with
Malik
Adam Cowboy dudes? I don't know. You might have to just wait for whichever one of them gonna come to your side in
exactly.
Dallas. But are you traveling with Malik though?
Mm.
Huh? You
Uh,
traveling with AJ? You traveling with Malik, or you gonna stand over there and we gonna see, Mr. Lattimore. We gonna see.
it's the real question, man. So, got anything else before we wrap it up? Paul.
This great show, man. All as always,
Yes,
great
sir.
info, great content. It's good to keep the NFL blood flowing right now. It's the
Mhm.
like the lack time in the schedule. There's no practice, no football practice right now. It's just a bunch of guys talking and shit like that. So
Mhm.
uh, glad we could keep something going and get something out to the people.
So we do.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be another good season. A lot of excitement because of the draft and some free agency things that have happened. So yeah, looking forward to a good year, man. Over on my channel, um, I'm probably gonna start talking a little bit more about some of the rookies and who we expect to have some real good position battles
Hmm.
in camp.
I think we should another show idea. Every NFL team's most underrated pickup.
Uh-huh.
That should be. I think that'd be a good one.
Another I got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
The game by game, how many games the Raiders and Steelers have the advantage at the quarterback position?
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go deep into the analysis with this one.
So it's
Game
not it's
by
not saying
game.
wins and losses, but it almost is, right?
So game by game, who has the quarterback advantage?
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough.
right.
Oh, when do you want to do that?
Shit. Uh, shit.
How do you? Yeah, let me know.
When you free?
When I'm free,
Yeah,
shit, we gonna make this run. I'll be back.
I got
Hold
say
on, hold on.
Wednesday.
Let me all right, y'all. That's the show. Like, comment, subscribe. We're about to wrap off camera for a minute. We'll be
Yeah.
back, y'all. So peace,
Just
love,
win,
and
baby,
just
and
win.
peace.
And we'll be back, y'all. Subscribe to both channels.